This is your metaphysical reminder that if you inhabit the United States of America, the Americas, you consider yourself to be an American from the United States of America, because as my cousins will tell you, from the West Indies now, okay? North and South America are very much so the Americas. We can't hold on to that name as Americans. We all Americans if you're from North, South, Central America, okay? But if you are from the United States of America, I want to let you in on a little secret, okay? So from all of my travels around many countries and around the world, what I come to realize is that there is this spark. Say what you want about Americans. We're going to leave that for another conversation. But there is this je ne sais quoi about Americans. And because of the density in our country, where we're from, the reputation, the just, you know what's happening. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Energetically and spiritually, what's happening, the magnitude or the frequency in which we manifest doesn't happen as quickly as it would in other places and spaces. Like, for example, I've lived in other countries. And when I'm living in these other countries, whatever I put my mind's eye to, the manifestation happens like that. For example, I'm wearing a shirt. St. Lucia. Shout out to my Lucias. You feel me? My love, St. Lucia. Beautiful example, right? Whatever you put your mind's eye to over there, it'll happen like that. That doesn't mean it's easy, right? I'm not saying it's an easier way or place to manifest, because with that quickness, that rapidness comes a high level of responsibility, right? When you're able to receive something quickly or at that pace, it comes with great responsibility. So in contrast, let's come back to North America, the United States of America specifically, because I know it's Canada and all of them, right? So we're gonna talk about the United States of America, and even we could break it down to the different states, right? In different cities, because I've lived in many different cities in the United States as well. But let's focus, right? When you're talking about manifestation in the United States of the Americas, the frequency in which you manifest seems slower. So there is this practice of patience that we must acquire, because it's really beautiful and synchronistic. I watched a video, short clip from Victoria Monet the other day, and she was speaking about her journey. If you know her, she the one to sing, I put that on my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. So if you know her, just tap into her journey. Long story short, she has been writing for all the stars for many years, from Beyonce to, well, I don't know if she wrote for Beyonce, but I know she wrote for Ariana Grande and many of the stars. She's getting recognition by Beyonce and big stars, right? And all this time she'd been in the background and she'd been writing for these people, literally scripting, scribing, manifesting for them. But she was manifesting on her own in the background and doing her own thing, right? And now she's finally come into her own fame after years and years. Like, this might have been 10, 15 years, right? The point I make with her as an example, think of the United States of America, that frequency, that energy, the same way. Because we have grown through what we have grown through historically, economically, religiously, with the amount of, it's like almost like gooey oppression that's thickening over our society, right? We are finally releasing those layers of oppression. But because that energy is still heavily there, and the so-called powers that be, let's say the darker forces, whomever you want to refer to, I'm not saying they better or worse than us, they are still present in our spaces at a thickening of a layer. Our manifestation happens, but it happens slower. It requires more patience, right? And if you indeed have the patience and the fortitude to stick out and journey your soul journey, your plan. It's like Saturn, right? With Jupiter. Imagine Saturn and Jupiter mixed. Saturn is that father energy. Saturn is that disciplinarian. But Jupiter is like, ooh, I'm going to give it to you. We're going to give you this prize. You've earned this. This is luck. This is abundance, right? This is travel. This is all of these things. This is philosophy, right? The United States of America, and if you are born here, raised here, the manifestations have a thickening layer over them. So it seemingly feels like, oh, I don't want to live here no more. Oh, I'm trying to, like, not to say that's not valid, not to say that you can't plan to be in other places and spaces or want to live elsewhere. But the point that I'm making is that if you focus, whatever you focus on grows. And if you focus and keep your mind's eye on your purpose and on your plan and on your destiny and why you were born here for a reason, the manifestation might not be as a quickening as it is in other places and spaces. But your manifestation is heavier in a way where when it does come to pass, boy, that's why many people come over here for their material manifestations. And I understand that material is not all that is to be, but whatever your manifestation may be, and a lot of times because we are human and we are in this realm and we do manifest in material forms, right, in this 3D reality, it takes some work. It takes a little more work to ride through the channel that is the Americas, and specifically the United States of America, because of the layer that we are traversing through, that thickening, that thickness that we are moving through. It's not as simple or as free-flowing as the other areas and spaces. And if you have a chance, I charge you to go travel to another place, to another country outside of the United States of America. Wherever you go, it doesn't have to be far. You don't have to go to Dubai and gotta go. If you can get to the Africas, whatever, but try it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That's why Americans love to go on vacation and they feel so free and we be, you know what I'm saying? Not just because we're on vacation, but there is a thickening of a layer, levels to this energetic game, this metaphysical matrix and mania that doesn't exist in the same frequency as it does in these other places and spaces. And it's beautiful. It's a fun game. Once you recognize what you're dealing with, it's actually fun because there are other ancestral energies in different parts of these countries that resonate with us in a different way. All right? So, wrapping up this message, because I don't want to make it long, is that remember whom and what you're dealing with when you are traversing the seas of these energies in the United States of America. And even for my foreigners, you know what I'm saying? If you moved here, you're thinking about moving here, or you've been here for some time and you're like, it's not like home. You know what I'm saying? Foreign is different. United States of America, right? It's different because energetically, ancestrally, karmically, we are dealing with different resonantial frequencies, but it's a good thing. It's not anything to be scary about because now's the time where everything is becoming lifted. But if you ever wonder why it takes more time to manifest in a space like this, that's why. So this is your daily reminder on manifestation mathematics. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon.